less than a fortnight into your new job at Chiba Jets, and you come up against the team you led to 5 championships.
Yeah, it's bizarre, and it's really ironic. The first game that you're playing against your old club, so a lot of memories, a lot of special moments. So yeah, looking forward to it.
How are you feeling about it all? Is there a lot? Is it, I guess, a bit of mixed emotions, or?
Yeah, well, I looked at, obviously relationship with Jesse and Bryce, and a few of the staff are still there, but there's really a lot of turnover since I've been to Perth. Perth is always going to be a special place in my heart. It was, it was a great 8 years there, from what we built up and what we achieved, and the relationships that we built in that journey. And I always look back fondness of the Perth Wildcats, and it's ironic that we're playing in first game over here and my first game in Japan. So yeah, it'll be mixed emotions, without a question. It's also good emotions.
How is life in Japan so far? Obviously, you probably even haven't had time to settle in.
No, it's been full on with the practice and the training, get to know the guys and the team, and we're getting ready for our season to start, and hopefully we can start a new dynasty over here and build up. And obviously got a relationship with John. John Mooney played with his first year, but our last year over there in Perth. So that was good to rekindle that relationship, and yeah, it's been really good so far.
Has John helped, I guess, with learning your new players and that sort of thing? It
Yeah.
must be nice to have a familiar face around.
Yeah, and he knows my system too, so I get him to demonstrate all the time, because he knows what he's doing. He's had that year, and things are coming back to him that he forgot. So yeah, I've been leaning on John a fair bit, and leaning on Utah a fair bit, because I had coached him for 2 years in Toronto. So it's good to have those relationships already.
There's a fair NBL flavour about your team as well, isn't there? There's DJ Hogue, there's Chris Smith as well, and obviously you mentioned John Mooney.
Yeah, it's I don't know Chris and DJ that well. I didn't coach against them, just what I've seen on film. And I see DJ played a few games when I commentated last year during the game. So yeah, I'm surprised that there's such a influx of Australians, and obviously Nick Kay is another guy, but a lot of the imports are coming over here, and the Japanese league is getting stronger and stronger all the time. So yeah, it's been really good.
You mentioned the Japanese league getting stronger. Was that one of the things that excited you about this job? Feels like it is a league that's certainly on the rise and getting some real big names around the place.
Yeah, obviously I paid attention when Nick Kay went across, a few years ago. Then John's been here. I think this is his 4th season now coming into it. So it was always, you want to stay in contact with your past players. Chiba had a really good name internationally, and obviously Utah. So there was a lot of ticks in my box when I started talking to Chiba about coaching. I never thought I'd be over here in Asia. I thought I actually was going to have a year off, but situations happen, and then John was here, Utah was here, and it was just the synergies lined up. So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
On Bryce and Jesse, have you heard much from those two in the lead up? A few text messages here and there?
Well, when I got the job, yes, but they're gone stone silent right now. So they're 2 of my favourite players of all time, and what Jesse's been able to achieve, the longevity that he's still going and still produce. And I caught up to him last year when I was commentating, and Bryce is just a special person. Not only a special player, he's a great person, and they're both very close to me, and they know how competitive I am. So and I know how competitive they are. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to catch up, and it'll be good old times.
On Jesse, he's not far away from breaking Ricky Grace's record now. How proud are you of him, of his career to date? And you mentioned that word longevity. It's been amazing, hasn't it?
Yeah, how Jesse's transitioned his role throughout the year. Not only his hairstyles throughout the year, but how he's transitioned and now has been a leader to help the young guys along. And his role off the bench has always been, one of the best guys off the bench in my time. But he just keeps on playing smart. He doesn't play outside his strength. He's his leadership out there, and it's just his inspirational how he helps people. And you need the chemistry, you need that nucleus, especially for a lot of high turnover they've had the last few years. To have Jesse, Jesse, I can go back, Jesse, Damo and Greg were the cornerstone of our success, and then you sprinkle in Sean and you sprinkle in Matty Knight. That nucleus have been there for a while, and the rich history that Jesse has, it's not to be shied upon, and it's an outstanding achievement. To come up and pass Ricky Grace's name for the games is unbelievable.
And you saw the Wildcats, you're fairly close, I guess, with your commentary role at ESPN, and obviously you're doing a bit for the West Australian as well. How do you think they'll go this year? They obviously turned things around last season.
Yeah, well, there's a really slow start, and then they got in that rhythm halfway through the year and started to understand their roles, and John did a really good job of bringing that together. They've recruited really well, so obviously it's the catch-22, it's the chemistry on the court, when you throw the ball out there and how they work off each other, and that's what Jesse and Bryce have been working off each other for years and years and created opportunities for each other, and it just takes a little bit of sync to get in that, but they certainly have the tools to give another championship, and hopefully number 11? Hopefully they get number 11 this season.
And one more for Jesse as well,
yeah.
So he can sit out right on the...
But that'd be 7, right? Yeah, right. I might have to come back and challenge him for that.
Do you have a message for the Red Army as well? Obviously there's a lot of love from the Red Army to yourself. There always has been. Yeah,
listen, I love the Red Army. They're so supportive to me and my family during the journey, and it's going to be weird for me coaching against, but the Red Army is first class. It's absolutely first class. So they support their team. It's a new ownership coming back. Western Australia is strong, and I'll be supporting you guys from over here. I'll be wearing the Chiba red, but there's certainly Wildcats red underneath there.
Sounds like you have your own Red Army over here with a new stadium, so it's very exciting times over at Chiba.
It really is. We've got a great facility here for the practice, and we're starting our new arena at 10,000, so hopefully we can take a few things off the Red Army and make it an intimidating force, and make it loud, and make sure teams shake before they walk in here to the arena.
Perfect. Thanks, Trevor. Appreciate your time as always, and all the best for the new job.
Good job. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Cheers.